Here we have another Super Challenge location that we're going to have to mark out and set up. Let's take a look. Over in this section of the course, we're going to have the bleachers set up. We have our appropriate distance between the course and the crowd control fence, and we want to make sure we have enough room for the bleachers to be set up. If there is any walkways or pathways, make sure to steer clear of those so there's no congestion when you set up your course. One side of the Super Challenge course is going to be close to some of the vendor buildings, so we have to be creative in how we get our 30-foot spacing or more between the course and the crowd control fence. It takes a lot of planning, but in the end it'll be worth it. Behind me at this specific location, we have allocated space for test rides. The test rides are going to be done by a manufacturer coming in. Make sure when you do test rides to have the specifics for how big of an area the manufacturer requires. And be aware that insuring test rides is very, very hard to do. So if the manufacturer is coming in, request a certificate of insurance from them to make sure that that part of the event is covered. Whenever you're doing the test rides, make sure to set the course up so a novice rider can easily maneuver through that course. Some Super Challenge locations may have other events going on during the Super Challenge event. One such instance, like this location, will have an ATV pull at the same time the Super Challenge is being held. For insurance and safety risk management purposes, the Super Challenge series and its event coordinators must know of all the events going on at that time. Knowing how large this specific event is going to be, the city has blocked off one street for use in pit parking. Be aware that anytime you use any paved surface as a pit parking area, you must be cautious to not allow pit riding, or if you have to keep it at a mile an hour or just walking speed. Now at this specific location we have the street blocked off for pit parking. Some events may get big enough where you'll have to have an alternative to pit parking if your original space fills up. This location has set aside additional parking if the main parking is already completely full. We have a clear, definitive path where the participants have to go to get to the staging area, and it's far enough away from the spectator area so there's no confusion or no way for the spectators to get into the pit area. A lot of Super Challenge locations will be using bleachers for their spectators. If you do use low style bleachers like this, be sure that they're in good condition. A lot of these bleachers, such as the one you see here with a large split, are unacceptable for large capacity. If you have larger style bleachers, be sure to have sides and rails on those bleachers.